Hi everybody, welcome to NorCal Slot Car Scene's Track Spotlight. Recently, I sat down with Mark Pollard, the new owner of Motown Raceway in Modesto, California, and asked him how and why he decided to buy a slot car track.
Welcome, Mark, to NorCal Slot Car Scene.
Well, thank you very much. Happy to have you guys here.
The question that comes to mind, why buy a slot car track?
Well, it honestly was because it's my hobby and my grandson's. I didn't want to see the hobby go away. There's no other local track here, within hour and a half, and it got down to a moment where the previous owner said we have to know within a week and a half, otherwise we're closing down. And so I talked to my wife, my family as a whole, and we just, I said I can make this work. I just got to put my own stamp on it. Renovations are per my vision, as you know, and I'm really trying to work on enhancing some of the business models. The 132 business I'm looking at is, I call it the hub, the starting point where a lot of people can come in, race 132s, and then expand into the other areas of the business, drag racing and regular track racing. So it was am I going to make money at it? No, but can I survive and have fun for my grandson and myself? Yes. So it was a hold your breath and here we go.
It sounds good. So what's your background in slot car racing?
I, of course, raced when I was a kid in Detroit area, checkered flag, and I raced for several years there, and then I got out of it, got back into my 20s, my late 20s, and then got out of it. And when I moved from Michigan to California, I actually found my slot car box when I was moving. My grandson was 9 at the time. I said, hey, I wonder if they have a slot car racing track here where we lived in California now. And we found Motown. We came in. We raced on our blue track here, the large track, and then we eyeballed the drag strip, and that's where I've been ever since, is drag racing. But my grandson Braden has now embraced all three types of racing: 132, 124, and drag racing. So it was I won't say a passion when I was a kid, but I did a lot of HO racing. I did track racing. So it's been in my blood for a while, and I have an automotive background.
I came into the track for the first time actually under your new ownership last night, and there's a lot of changes. And it's not radical changes, but it looks like a really nice makeover.
Yeah, I'd say we're in progress. We certainly have started repainting everything. We've readdressed the signage on the walls. The motif we're trying to reset the motif. We have all I won't say it's a great thing, but if you know what we were like before, everybody comes in and says wow, and that's what we're looking for. We're looking for a wow, but I'm also looking to create from a club environment, I'm trying to create more of a family fun center environment so we can draw in new customers and new interests to all our types of racing here.
Yeah, and I want to thank Gene for doing this for so long.
Absolutely.
And I see you're not trying to reinvent the wheel, but you're trying to make the wheel go a little bit better.
Yeah, I like to say I'm putting my stamp on it, right? I was very appreciative of Gene and Jennifer for all they did for us as a racer, and they're still very kind right now, and they were here last night. They'll be here today. And, they created the environment, created the community, as I call it, and now we're going to just try to put my stamp on it and try to draw in additional customers to keep it, viable and thriving.
We've got plans definitely for 32nd scale. You've expanded that to twice a month racing, so that's good.
Yes.
And we've got some plans coming up for some bigger races.
Yes, I know that you're going to be talking about that soon, and I just think that I know the 132 base customers are, there's a lot of home tracks, which I really admire these people for that, by the way. But I think at the same time there's a need for a commercial track, commercial environment, and we want to provide a vehicle for you guys to come out and race at Motown. Maybe not all the time, but we want you here. We want you to have fun, and we're going to be increasing our content of 132 products here, and we're hoping to make it very one-stop shopping, so you don't have to keep going online and ordering parts.
Thanks again, Mark, for keeping slot car racing alive in Modesto, California. And we're looking forward to racing there, as well as some of the future events like the recently announced Revo Slot Western States Championships. Thanks for watching. This is Jim Rose with NorCal Slot Car Scene's Track Spotlight.